Welcome to CinemaCon in Las Vegas. I'm here with my good friend John Pugh. This is the man behind the curtain, the wizard of Cinemast, if you will. He does all our tech work, content developer, amazing individual. John, tell them what we just got out of. What did we just see?
Oh, this is pretty exciting. Paramount gave us a spectacular presentation.
They did.
Really one of the best I've seen.
I would go further. There's some stuff in this presentation that might be amongst the best stuff I've ever seen at CinemaCon, and we've been coming for years. I've been coming since 1999. Let's start right at the top, though. Travis Knight came out and brought some footage for Bumblebee.
Who's Travis Knight?
Travis Knight from Leica. He's directed
Paranorman,
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Coraline.
Amazing.
Really
amazing
director.
Visual stylist, this guy. And now he's bringing his craftsmanship to a live action movie.
Awesome.
Sort of. I mean, there's a lot of special effects in this. Of course, Bumblebee is a spin-off.
Yeah, and
to your favorite movie of all time.
No. And that's the exciting thing about it is
Boom!
He did mention there will be a lot of explosions.
We always joke, every time John and I see each other, we greet each other with a boom as an homage to Michael Bay.
That's right.
Dude, I think I can speak for our whole crew when I say that the Bumblebee footage really surprised us.
It has heart, and it's based in the 80s setting. I know that a lot of films are doing that right now, but it's an origin of
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
And the very first moment Haley Steinfeld gets out of bed and she's listening to the Smiths. I mean, this thing is 80s through and through. She's got cassette tapes all over the wall. But the sequence that they showed us was really, really cool. It was her first meeting.
Yeah, the reveal of Bumblebee. And he almost seems younger, smaller in a way.
Yeah.
He really innocent, kind of adorable.
Yeah, it's got
really,
sort of, kind of a Short Circuit vibe.
Short Circuit.
Number 5.
But Amblin.
Oh,
I mean,
completely.
It had an Amblin feel.
Amblin is kind of in CinemaCon this year. It looks so much fun.
It looks like they're going to maybe save that franchise a little bit with this. We did see some of the action too, and it looks really
lots and lots of explosions with John Cena.
I wish we could have him bust right through here, but
oh yeah, right through this.
Well, yeah, and then we had quite the turnout for Book Club, actually, who appeared on stage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're the target audience. Me more than you, because I'm older than you.
That's right.
But man, what a cast!
Yeah.
And they were all there. These veteran actresses. Jane Fonda was there.
Diane Keaton.
Yeah, Murphy Brown was there. Sorry, I just had to say that. We know her name. It's Candice Bergen. So they showed some footage from the movie, and it looks like this sweet sort of romantic comedy for the older set.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, it's fun. And the guys in it are great too. Craig T. Nelson, Andy Garcia, really great cast. So, what else did we see?
Richard Dreyfuss, too.
Oh yeah, Richard Dreyfuss is back.
We also took a look at...
Going through our little cheat sheet here.
Overlord. That's
Overlord. Are you guys familiar with Overlord? It's a new film being produced by Bad Robot, of course, J.J. Abrams' company.
First R-rated.
Yeah, first R-rated. Looks heavy. It's a D-Day monster movie, like a World War II monster movie. J.J. Abrams couldn't be at the convention, but he did send a taped message, and he said, no, this is not another one of the Cloverfield spin-off movies, but he did also said...
There is a Cloverfield 2 coming out. The one that's been on the back burner for a while.
Years.
It is coming.
Official.
And he says soon. Yeah. So I think there's going to be another surprise
Hopefully
for us here.
Hopefully they don't drop that on Netflix. Hopefully it doesn't drop directly on Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a paradox. So.
Yeah, it would be a... Oh, I like that. That's so witty. You are so great on camera. Yeah. So they showed footage. Footage from this film.
And it looks...
Well, he referred to it as batshit crazy, and I think that's...
It kind of had the ending of Cabin of the Woods vibe going on.
It definitely. There's so many weird. There's a scene in there where that one character.
Reanimator.
Yeah, where he opens the curtain and there's a head talking. You see a head and like a spinal cord coming down into some weird contraption. It looked awesome.
It looked like
I
a lot
love
of
crazy
fun.
stuff. Like
it might be just a zombie. We'll see what it is.
I mean, for all we know, it's a Cloverfield spin-off. Moving on.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, speaking of people getting blown up and injured and whatnot, we have Action Point.
Action Point. And dude, first of all, let's preface by saying the way they introduced Johnny Knoxville on stage was really funny.
It was.
They did the whole misdirect.
Right.
The way they introed him before they said Johnny Knoxville's name, everyone in the crowd was pretty confident they were introducing Tom Cruise, and out walks Johnny Knoxville. They proceeded to show us some footage. I think it's safe to say that the movie's R-rated.
It is safe
because
to
we've
say that.
been wondering about that, and there's quite a few F-bombs in there. But I was laughing my ass off through all the footage.
It was pretty funny.
Oh my god! And
it was funny watching people break bones.
Absolutely.
Who would have thought?
And not only that, but every time Knoxville breaks a bone, he does that little giggle thing after.
Yeah.
After he breaks a bone, it's hilarious.
Kind of like the Jackie Chan where he does that.
Yeah,
but
hilarious. Very Three Stooges, Meatballs, Animal House, just all this really cool stuff in there, and real stunts.
Yeah, that's what's so fun about it.
Yeah, I
Reminds
can't
me
wait.
of what we saw at Disney, actually seeing the real back sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then last but not least,
This
the
was
most
a big
impressive.
deal. This is what took the Paramount presentation to another level. They showed us they did a whole big thing on Mission Impossible Fallout, which opens this July. Christopher McQuarrie, the writer and director, was there, and of course Tom Cruise was there, who was honored later on with that
For the Pioneer Award.
Pioneer of the Year award. What can I say about this Mission Impossible thing? I don't think anything we could say would do it justice, what we saw. I mean, they spent 30 minutes of this presentation describing the ins and outs of how they composed this insane action sequence where Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill do a free fall from a military a jet.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a jet.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the way that they
It's almost
did
like a
this,
big cargo plane.
Yeah.
And it's a one-shot take.
It's a one-shot take, but the other thing that's so intriguing about it is when they shot the sequence, they did it they had to have certain light, so they could only shoot during a certain part of day, so they had to do the jump over and over and over.
In fact, how many times?
106, I think.
106 times to get the shot.
I believe.
Which took
a year. I believe
a
they said
year
it
to
took,
get
in terms of
this one shot
and the training
to
do all of
obviously,
it,
because it was incredibly dangerous.
Oh, so complex.
One mistake.
I hope they drop this footage online. I mean, there's one. I mean, Christopher McQuarrie was explaining in pretty deep detail how even the cameraman, they had to fasten an apparatus to his helmet. He couldn't even DP the shoot like you normally do on.
There was no monitor. They had
monitor.
To,
He had to wing it.
Just rehearse over and over and over. He had to understand how far 3 feet was. He had to make sure the focus was always going to be there. So he would actually do his own focusing
as they're
without
falling.
Seeing a monitor. Yeah.
So you've got three components here. You've got Tom Cruise, you've got Henry Cavill, you've got the cameraman in perfect synchronicity doing all this stuff, perfectly timed. The truth is, I was so impressed by what they showed us. I could have left CinemaCon after that presentation, but instead they proceed to show us 15 minutes from the movie.
And it was thrilling.
Holy crap!
It was
this movie
and they said that scene doesn't stop where they
No,
stopped.
McQuarrie made sure to get that jab in. Don't worry, there's more. You're
Yeah.
only watching half the sequence. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That was exhausting.
And it's
sort
so
of much fun.
It's sort of a sequence where we don't want to go too far into it, but essentially they're trying to break a bad guy out of a prison vehicle, and it's just nuts. I mean, it involves cars, motorcycles, water. Like, there are all these components in this sequence.
Yeah, there's
so
a lot
amazing.
going on. So to wrap it up,
Paramount brought it in a big way. They brought the star power, and they gave us things that I've never seen before.
Right, they tried something different. I mean, showing us how a scene is made and created.
And they did a variation of that with the last
awesome.
Mission Impossible here, but
Right.
not to this extent.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a clinic in filmmaking. I've never seen anything like that.
Cruise and McQuarrie, they're quite good friends at this point.
They are great buddies.
And they were very entertaining.
And we should also mention, I know there's sort of a backlash against Cruise. When you're, as a star this monumentally huge, you're going to have lovers and haters in equal measure. But what this guy does in the name of entertaining us is, I just can't say enough things about the guy, enough nice things about the guy. And what a genuine, soul. What a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, loved it. Paramount brought it, man.
Really awesome. Well, last but not least, Paramount did do one more thing for us, and they dropped a ton of titles that are to come. Some of them actually had logos already.
Yeah, because they're not shooting. I think the big one that was, we were like, what? We'd heard rumors of this, but they actually dropped the info a tiny bit. Coming to America too with Eddie Murphy. So
It's crazy.
what else did they have on there?
For a lot of the fans of like Hasbro and stuff, we have G.I. Joe, a new film.
Oh, they mentioned the new Terminator also.
Yeah.
Bringing
And
Linda Hamilton's back, Arnold Schwarzenegger's
exactly.
back,
All
James
the
Cameron's involved.
Cameron's back.
Tim
to,
Miller
help
from
out.
Deadpool directing.
Yep.
So yeah, great
so
stuff.
Expect hard R.
Yeah, for sure. Let's
but we
hope.
had Micronauts. We had Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
A new Pet Cemetery.
Yeah,
It
with
is a
Jason,
remake.
reportedly with Jason Clarke playing the dad. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, they brought it.
So many more. In
So
fact,
many great things.
In the article, we'll actually get everything listed since
Yeah.
there's too many to talk about here on
Watch
camera.
for that article. We're working on writing stuff, and this handsome man right here is going to host it.
I
for
will.
your reading pleasure.
When
So-
I get some sleep,
Yeah.
because this has been
Oh boy. Oh boy.
incredibly fun, but also exhausting.
And more to come.
Yes.
So this is Cinemast.net coming to you from CinemaCon in
2018.
glorious 2018 in Sin City. We'll be back soon.